There's a big fight in the building, and it's Conor King versus Tony Ferguson. And you know what? Even if we wanted to, there literally are no other options for us to choose. So Ferguson, what are we going to do to you? Well, it's a fight hype of medium, so we'll get that to high or very high. 5 weeks for the camp length, 120,000 just for showing up, and then 200,000 extra when we knock this dude out. Now for this camp, again, it's a big fight. We're a champion now, and we got a little bit of cash on our side. So with 558,000 cash, I feel like 450,000 for this gym is something that we can actually swing, but it's going to be 15,000 basically per week to train, which is going to equate to about 75,000 if my math is correct, and it is. It's costly, but we get a lot of new moves, a lot of better people to train against. I think it's going to be worth it. And Dana White is out here already promoting our fight, saying hashtag Go King. The main event in Anaheim, California, Conor King versus Ferguson. Looking forward to this one. If you guys are hyped for this fight, let me get a hashtag Go King in the comments down below. The fight camp is officially done. We've done photo shoots. We've been eligible to be on the cover of the next EA Sports UFC game, and the fight hype is only high. But you know what? Our fitness is at its peak, and I'm feeling good about this fight against Tony Ferguson. And for the first time in our career, we are the headline of a UFC fight on the correct side, which is the left side, holding the belt. That is exactly what we've been waiting for. Tony Ferguson, you're going down, old man.
As hard a title shot to come by as there is in any UFC division is at 155 pounds. Here he is, the consensus #1 lightweight title challenger, the #1 contender, at least in terms of the rankings, getting set for a title fight here tonight. A lot of people think he is a live underdog in this championship setting. I guess we'll find out here, Joe Rogan.
As he steps towards this cage, he understands this is one of the biggest moments in his life, the biggest moment in his career. He is looking to take this title, and he believes his time is now.
And our look at the tail of the tape, the 24-year-old phenom, the 40-year-old veteran. A little bit of difference in the height, but the reach is actually leaning towards Tony Ferguson. So we'll see what we can do in our rematch against Big Tony. You're not going to come at Conor King in his very first title defense after he's already beat you once in his career and demand his respect by trying to dap him up. He says, no, not today, old fella. You're 40. You're too old to be winning the title. This is a young man's game. So we'll see if Conor can actually back up those crazy words of his and put in some work. Now, Ferguson goes for the same kick 2 times in a row when Conor whiffs. Back-to-back hooks and then followed by an uppercut. Those all landed and had to hurt Ferguson some. You got to imagine with so much scar tissue from Tony Ferguson on his face that Connor's got a pretty decent chance to knock this dude out, but he's got to land the right punches and not get slipped, because Ferguson still has power at 40. He's basically what we call old man strength. Conor putting some good strings together. A good shot there to the head of Ferguson. Conor again answers back. I don't know how Ferguson's still alive after those shots. You can see the blood is already there on Ferguson's face. Conor just whiffs on that spinning kick. Good shot to the leg. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ferguson's out here doing something crazy. Conor's able to defend that one, though. That could have been really bad for the young fella. Ferguson gets caught with a straight roundhouse, or a straight hook. I have no idea how he's withstanding these. Another one. How is Ferguson still alive on these? A good shot there. Conor's going to try to finish him here. Manage your stamina, though, Conor. Take this dude out. Whiffs again on that one. Good shot to the body there. You see Ferguson's trying to go in for some sort of takedown, maybe. Oh, right to the top of the skull. Explain how Tony Ferguson is alive. This man is getting butchered. Conor got him knocked down. Conor rocked him again. But Ferguson comes back with a Superman punch. Conor mismanaged his stamina, and Ferguson says, wait a second, young fella. He still got some power. Shot right to the chin of both players. Conor's gonna try to defend this one. I don't know, this is gonna be tough. He's able to get out of it again, though. Ferguson can't really try. He's tried that move twice. He's got it both times, but Conor's not letting him really get that move off, whatever it is. Oh, Ferguson's dropped. Conor's got a chance to finish this fight, and the old man is going to be defeated. Conor's going to defend his first title defense just like that. A bloodbath on the mat. Tony Ferguson might be dead. Get the paramedics. Someone gets CPR. There's blood all over Conor, but it's not his, and that's the best kind of result for a match for the young title holder. Here's a good look at it here. The uppercut comes through, and the barrage of punches that Conor put on early, they were just too much for Tony Ferguson, if you ask me. And all I gotta say for Conor King is, who's up next? So that was Conor's 19th UFC fight and his 18th UFC win. Things have been going well. Over 1.5 million followers now. 2 of your fight heights to hype. He did it. Defend your championship at least 4 times. That was the first time. His, you know, the amount of longevity he has is still okay, but he gets 300,000 for the pay-per-view bonus, 200,000 for the win bonus, 120,000 for the cash, 620,000, which is more than he had before this fight. That is insane. And you guys already know the best part of every post-fight thing. Look at this, over 10,000, 11,000 likes now of this beatdown of Tony Ferguson. So wait a minute, we crushed Tony Ferguson, and then you throw Edson Barboza at us, a guy that if I remember correctly, we already beat this guy. He's 35-16, so this should just be an easy title fight. Yeah, I would definitely accept this one. Now, in our first title defense, we had really good luck at Brazilian MMA, and even though it was expensive to get into that gym, I mean, we have a 30% discount now, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and schedule this 5-week training camp over there and get a nice little discount too. And of course, it can't be a fight camp without Tyron Woodley coming out here talking a little bit of trash. He says, "Lucky shot, let's see you get lucky again." And then he tweets me and says, hashtag 2 weeks. Like I say, I got business to tend to, then I'll deal with you. There's no luck in this, just hard work. You're great when you're the hammer. I'll make you the nail when we fight. Okay, I feel like that's kind of corny. We're gonna say there's no luck in this, it's just hard work. I feel like this fight camp actually went pretty well. We had 97% for peak fitness. The fight hype was pretty high. We didn't really overtrain, we didn't undertrain. I felt like we found a good balance overall before we go ahead and fight Mr. Barboza again. And honestly, it never gets old seeing ourselves up on a poster. UFC 293, King versus Barboza, and we're heading to New York to go to Madison Square Garden.
Getting set for a title fight here tonight. A lot of people think he is a live underdog in this championship setting. I guess we'll find out here, Joe Rogan.
Now, the tail of the tape for this fight, we are 14 years younger than Barboza, a little bit taller, same weight, and that reach, as you guys know from the first fight, it is identical. The second title defense of Conor King's career is here, and we're going to see if he can actually do something positive against Edson Barboza, who, even though he's old, he's a formidable opponent, man. We're going to see what we can do here. Neither fighter's really throwing a kick or a punch right now. They're both feeling each other out at the moment. Carter's going to try to strike first, but he doesn't, and Barboza comes back with a nice little combo. Now, Carter somehow misses a kick there. Not really entirely sure how he missed that, but apparently it happened. Goes for a spinning kick. Barboza already knows that it's coming. You see, Carter's punches just seem to be thrown a lot slower than normal. Like, I don't understand. He was at peak fitness. Not really sure how that happened. Now, Barboza has fantastic footwork, but Carter says, let me go ahead and hit you with one of those real quick. He already staggered him and dropped it. Carter's trying to finish this fight against Barboza on the ground. Barboza got to protect yourself, young fella, and he's out a minute and 30 seconds in. Carter puts this dude to the ground. Barboza, you stood no chance. You tried, but Carter says, I came, I saw, I conquered, and again, second title defense of his career, and it's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, let's be honest, if that was a movie, you'd even get a chance to get popcorn and sit down. Like, that was the opening credits, and Carter dropped this dude in a minute and 30 seconds. You work so long. You go 5 weeks into a training camp, and that left hook catches you and drops you, and then Carter gets down in the ground and pound, and you know he's good there. Destroys Barboza, holds one of his hands so he can't move, and then crushes him with that left hand and destroys him to hold on to his title.
Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, King.
So there he is, all smiles, the still undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, and what a way to get it done here tonight as he gets it done with the knockout. You talk about maximizing a showcase. And
look, Carter in his 20th UFC fight says, look, you gotta give me some better opponents because these old dudes, they can't stand a chance. So his second title defense, 2 of his fight hypes at high, 75% for his longevity, 52,000 fans gain, and 622,000 cash in his pocket. A night well done. And immediately after the fight, Megan O'Leary hits him up and says, good game, bro. The groundwork is done. Are you ready for that super fight? It's a tough task, but I'm built for this stuff. A lot of hard work went into this. Now I'm ready for the next step. I've been ready. Hashtag 2 divisions, 2 belts. Let's not be super cocky. Let's just say a lot of hard work went into this, and now I'm ready for the next step. And look at Tyron Woodley hitting us up because he's the second biggest troll in the UFC, with us being the biggest troll. He says, good game, bro, is a heck of a fighter, but so am I, so the belt stays here. Oh, he's actually giving me a compliment. This is why we fight. May the best fighters win. It's going to be a night to remember. Get ready, fans. Hashtag strap season. Let's go ahead and go with the middle one again.